Hey, it's me, Big B. I wanted to do a quick update video. Basically, end of the first weekend. We're at the end of day 3 or somewhere in the middle of, I guess, day 3. It's the Monday after first launch weekend, and I've had a lot of fun playing the Eye of Winter Mines, which has just been a great build. I'm following Aeroplane's build guide, which I will link in the description here. This is going to be less of a build guide for what I'm doing because I'm basically following his build, not one-to-one. I'll talk about like a little things maybe I would have done differently that they might have recommended over the choices I made. And we're still improving gear, but we're at a point where, I mean, I've completed my Atlas and got all my watchstones by myself. I mean, my friend did my Shaper and Elder, but that was because I hate doing Shaper and Elder, but we've done pretty much everything except Feared. I'm just waiting on that last one here. Full Atlas completion, no problem. Leveling was smooth. We transitioned after the campaign. We leveled with Armor Brand and Firestorm, and then just went right into Mines, and it's been pretty great since. It's been a long time since I've played an Inquisitor, especially a long time since I played a good one. So it's really, really nice to have just like a consistently, I wouldn't call it tanky. It's got some layered defenses. We'll go over like a little bit of what it is, like what we're running in terms of Grace. We've got some decent evasion rating. And then Tempest Shield is giving us like a little bit of spell block and shock immunity and things like that. It's not amazing. I think if I were to push into like really juicy content, it does get some issues. But yeah, let's run a... Can I do a city square? Oh, I was going to do a city square. Let's just do an actual silo for D-play. These are my strongbox maps, but I don't want to do that. We'll do the D-play tree. This will be more of a like a boss damage showcase. It has more life. I guess power charge on his slow scare and unique boss has increased life, so that'll really be showing the damage, which has been great. I mean, Mines, I have Winter Mines has been really good, and we'll Wildwood it, forget it. You know, let's go for it. It's just a really simple playstyle. If we walk around, we do have some stuff on the Arcanist brand, but I mean, Mines is just the only issue with the build. I would say is just like screen clutter. I'm really not doing this Wildwood very well. It's definitely something you could run SSF, although honestly, considering some of the gear pieces that I have procured, namely the gloves that give you chain, before go to Snake Pit for like a little bit more chaos res on the secondary ring, is because you can get chain as a suffix on these gloves. These are the gloves from... They're the Infamy gloves. I'm not sure where that modifier is from. I think it was from Mercenary League or something like that. But we have that, and then also the Runegraft of Treachery giving us a fork and an additional chain. So we were actually able to spec out of the piercing shots here and go into here. Get a little bit more value out of the Light of Meaning here. Pretty nice. I'm not going to super juice it, but I mean, it's enough to make it a little bit scarier, I guess. But it hasn't really been scary. I'm comfortably leveling. I think we kind of jumped into like some juicier content, and I think keeping your life total as high as possible is really important, but it's not, you know, you just get the life rolls where you can. You know, when you're running a build that uses a number of uniques, that's always an issue, and you kind of got to balance that. Like I lost a lot of life on the belt when we swapped to Archon's tools, as well as resistances in terms of self-scorch. Even with the self-scorch that we're just eating now, we are res capped, but you know, something to keep in mind. Especially because the build doesn't really need more damage. I think Arrow in one of his first early videos talked about like how people are like going for more damage, and it makes the build feel more inconsistent when you're trying to progress your Atlas and run content. Things like that. You want to not get one shot. Having good evasion on your gear pieces as well. I think I can switch off because we have a lot more shield than like we actually need for EB Mind Over Matter. Like the shield is never actually going down. I mean, it helps mitigate. It does add to the max hit, so the effective life pool is actually pretty respectable for this, and not to mention we have pretty good regen. Especially because now I'm running a higher level. I think I'm running a max level of Vitality, actually. That's level 20 Vitality, which is a lot. So that's both 642 life regen, and I don't know how it was that much, but over 500 life regen per second, which is nice. Especially nice because you can't get like leech or anything when you're doing mines, and you know, like, so really the more recovery the better. Damage really jumped up when we swapped to Secrets of Stuffering and Taming. And now we're just like cruising through tier 16s, out can go, whatever. Like, it's really nice to play. Saying this now, I bet I'm gonna get tapped at this Legion. Let's see. Here we go. A lot of hits coming out. There's a bit. But not getting one tapped, and you know, and playing reactively enough where you have time to run out of something, hit your life last, and what. A big thing of it is going to be keeping your mine throwing speed high. When you're leveling, you will spec into this mine throwing speed here. I think I had some extra. I mean, you get a bunch on the medium cluster jewels here, which are not ideal, honestly. I'd like to save a few points here and just do a large one here with the two. But yeah, the mine throwing speed I lost here, I made up for with a perfect roll on the Archon's tools, things like that. I mean, that helps just the build feel less clunky, although I don't think it ever really felt clunky. When you do go for trap and mine damage, it does give you a less mine throwing speed modifier. That's something to keep in mind. This was the first farm I tried, like silo deplay. I don't know if they adjusted it. Didn't feel too great. I was also doing some like whatchamacallit? Oh, it's the Primordial Blocks boss. I hate this guy. Let's kill him. Mines really feel good because they... Oh, look at you. Look at you. You think you're so fancy. Mines have a really good homing. My friend is doing actually the build that he did last league, which was Arrow's Poison Trap Pathfinder. Explosive Trap Pathfinder, rather. Those are all the three of those bosses down. And yeah, I actually had to do the Maven because Maven can kind of fuck around, like, you know, run in weird places and things like that. So just being able to just hold the button down. There is a bit of aiming, of course, especially with Eye of Winter, the way it works, where you want that last explosion to be over the, you know, your actual single target. We did skip the Mirage, didn't we? It's probably too far back to do. I think, oh no. Is the boss in Mirage? Okay, no, it's here. Cool. Let's do that. So we'll double dip the boss. More scarabs, sure. Always portal outside of your Mirage because it can get a little rippy. Lead mechanic I am liking. I mean, let's see. You know, I think like really min-maxing it. When I was leveling, like it was kind of nice. You didn't really have to interact for it to get like for it to kind of rag you a little bit. You know, it adds a lot of extra maps, a lot of dudes onto the map, and then some of those dudes, like the dude with the shield, like pokes with the spear. When one of those gets Soul Eater, you'll really notice that guy, but not too bad. Just also, you know, it's just one of those things that like the more you put into it and the more you kind of lean into it as a mechanic, the more you'll get out of it. You know, which any good map mechanic is, any league mechanic rather. Did they double dip the boss? Oh, did it? No. Okay, never mind. This league sucks. I'm overall like it's not like the craziest league mechanic ever, which is fine. I'm fine with that. I did enjoy being able to pretty much play and progress through the whole thing without having to worry about it too much. I bought the weapon, you know, getting set up with the mining build. I think there's also I forget her name, it's like Smokey777 or something. She did like SSF, like Glacial Cascade mines, which looks even better than this because then you don't have to worry about like getting like chain either from this or Snake Pit or worrying about Pierce on the tree. You just get a lot of coverage with Glacial Cascade mines, and it's even more classic. But Eye of Winter mines is like a nice new version of that. This is going to be replaced with a replica Dragon's Fang for a +3. Right now we just have the +2, and we did use the new league mechanic to get level 1 added lightning damage for a whopping 2 to 19 lightning damage, which is penetrating with the Inquisitor's Inevitable Judgment. What a crazy, crazy setup we have here. But yeah, nothing, business as usual. The tree really does run over to be more evasion based, which I've never done on an Inquisitor. They kind of lend itself really nicely. Just bringing your max hit up with the shield. I think my Figs max hit is like somewhere around 6k, which is a lot better. And then the evasion with my flask, this flask, and this flask, it's 14k right now. I was saying maybe I can drop. I went for like evasion ES stuff on a lot of this, but I think I maybe like a pure evasion chest or boots would be coming up. But like some of this gear is actually pretty nice. I mean, I fucking slammed a perfect spell suffix on this, which is also giving me spell sup. I am not. I used to be like 48 with lucky with inveterate. Now I have 8% when this phasing mastery. Sorry, my face is in the way. With the I have 93, and then like this 8% gives me phasing and maps pretty much all the time. I mean, if I've suppressed lately and shit is gonna throw spells at you, it's up a lot of the time. And when it's up, I have 100% spell set, which is really nice. Other than that, I mean, the effective crit, my tooltip crit is like 60, then that's not counting Assassin's Mark and Brittle, so I can imagine it's like 80, if not like 90 plus. Grace reservation efficiency, I don't know if we'll need this later on. Right now it is helping us keep, like I said, more regen. The vitality. Again, if you want like a really like more detailed breakdown, Arrow has a great guide, which I will link in the description. I've been following it, and I'm going to use this build to farm currency for, I don't really know what yet. I think there's some cool, there has to be some sort of cool builds to try in Mirage League, just because they changed the whole Atlas, which is took a bit of getting used to. I think I'm on an okay part with it right now. It was a little weird and clunky to have to, like, you know, go down to these weird areas to do your midway XR progress, and then this stuff is a little weird, but again, just little growing pains as we're learning how to interact with the new Atlas. It seems pretty good. Everything seems pretty good. I could not be happier with doing this as my starter, because I will be able to farm something for like a headhunter build. Not really decided what exactly shape that's going to take yet. Let me know if you see anything with it. It's really going to be like built around a new gem or two, I imagine, be it a new transfigured gem or a new support gem that's more transformative and interesting than the usual shit we got running, because otherwise it is feeling a little bit like, all right, now we're starting to look at like, okay, what are the challenges? Let's start knocking some of those down so that we can start playing like Slay the Spire 2, even though I don't even play that game really. But yeah, let me know what your league start's been like, what your experience with Mirage has been. It was a little clunky that those first couple of hours, or the servers at least. Am I still on Texas? I did switch off DC. DC has been awful for me. I have Spectrum, and it's just been like terrible. So I've been on Texas for the last like day or two, and this has been fine. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.